Well, the first thing that comes to mind was it sounded audio-wise like a game in Laramie. Really pleased that our fans came out. I'm really happy for these guys. There's never been a game this year I've ever questioned their try. They have great try when they're up, when they're down. And so I'm happy for them. I think they're happy to be in the championship, but I don't think they're ready to settle for anything less than a championship victory.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now take questions for the student athletes. Go ahead.
Jason, did you call bank?
I did not call bang, but I mean, I heard a couple guys on the bench called bang after I shot it, so.
That counts?
I guess that counts.
And Josh, just that first half, going on to score 27, I mean, how satisfying was this for you and really put your team in a position to make history?
Well, I said this a couple times in some post-game interviews, but I'm just happy for these 5 guys that are a year ahead of me, that I've had the chance and the privilege to spend 3 years with. I know they've wanted this for a long time, worked their tails off for us. You know, I'm just glad to be a part of it, and I'm just glad I could do something to propel them to that spot and help out a little bit.
I guess just how good are you feeling right now? Obviously, great game yesterday. Follow that up with an even better one today.
You know, I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm in the best status 2-0 in the Mountain West tournament. You know, not many people had faith that we could do anything here, and you know, now we're winding up in the championship game. It's just a credit to this team and how hard we worked, and you know, how we stuck to our principles and stuck together as a team. So you know, it's just a really gratifying feeling.
It's obvious what's on the line tomorrow. What would that mean to get the tournament title and then the berth as well to the NCAA?
Everything, you know, just like I said, we've taken this program, you know, especially these 5 guys ahead of me and Jason, from a 10-21 season to 3+ 21 seasons. And, you know, it's a credit to this guy on my right, Coach Shyatt, and everybody that wears the brown and gold in the stands and here. You know, it's a tight-knit family, and, you know, we've worked extremely hard to get here, and we built this program up. So, you know, that would just be the cherry on top if we can make this dream come true.
We're here.
Jason, kind of take me through the shot. Like the shot clock was winding down. Did you just try to put it up just to get a shot of him? And then what was your reaction when you saw it go in?
I mean, I just saw the shot clock winding down, and I mean, I had a little space, so I shot it. And, I mean, a little too hard, I guess, but I guess I got a little lucky with the bank. I mean, I was pretty surprised, as everyone else was, but I mean, I'm glad it went in.
For Larry, Josh, when you saw that go in, I mean, I know you still had some game left. What went through your minds when you saw that go in?
CSU. Yeah, exactly. He's done it 2 times before, CSU and Nevada. So, you know, he had the ball and the clock's winding down, he goes to shoot it. I figured it would just go in somehow.
Larry, you know, I asked something similar yesterday, but when you're in a game like this, it just seems so back and forth, so intense in this situation. Just what did it feel like in the middle of this game? How fun was it to be a part of something like this?
These conference games are always a blast, you know. But in terms of the close game nature, back and forth, I mean, we have 5 seniors, including Josh. His experience-wise, he's a senior too. But just the resiliency and stick-to-itiveness to our game plan. You know, we just executed what we wanted to do on defense, and then the rest took care of itself.
Josh, you know, you guys have gone to overtime a bunch of times this season. You were winning a lot of the second half. When you go to overtime, how much confidence was there still that you guys could get that back and finish the right way?
You know, a lot of confidence, and you know, just like Larry said, that's accredited to the upperclassmen and the experience we have. You know, we have been in overtime quite a bit. You know, against New Mexico, I think one game at Fresno probably sums up over half of our overtimes with 3. So you know, we have that experience, and you know, it's just really just another 5 minutes, and you know, it really just comes down to who won it and won.
Josh, obviously you took on a big challenge of the scoring, but you also defended Marks a lot in this game. Just talk about that challenge and how you lived up to that challenge.
You know, first of all, Marks is a heck of a player and a heck of a program. You know, it takes a toll when you try and stop him. And, you know, you look at his numbers tonight, 17 is a pretty decent game. So, you know, it was definitely a challenge for me and a challenge for this team. You know, it's very difficult to guard Marks one-on-one. So, you know, it's a credit to the help side. Got beat a couple times, and my teammates had my back. So.
Larry, they scored 38 in the first half, which is the most you guys have given up in the first half of the season. But after that, pretty stellar defensively. What changed there? What did you guys adjust?
Well, I mean, we went into halftime after Josh made his one of many outstanding runs in the game, down 2. And the momentum had just was swinging. We could feel it swinging, and knew that, I mean, I think they were, 13 from 3 in the first half. So that had to change, and in the second half it did, and that was the major change in the game.
Anything else for?
Coach, similar to what I just asked, but obviously the focus is always defensive with this team, and what had to change defensively in the second half, and what did change for you guys?
Too many threes, too many open threes the first half. The game was probably being played too fast. We get a little greedy. We want to run the ball when we can get it in Josh's hand and get some people down the floor. We don't want the other team to. And unfortunately, it was going back and forth probably quicker than we really want. The tempo slowed down a little bit the second half, and it may have been getting a little boring for some, but that's more to our liking against a team like Boise. They're just too poised on offense.
Larry, how good was Josh tonight? Not just scoring the ball, but defending marks. I know he wasn't the only one on him, but majority was. How good was he tonight?
I've said this before, and the only guy that ever comes to mind is Joakim Noah. He's the one guy we had to rein in, like slow down. And it's a blessing for a coach to have somebody that you have to actually slow down. I think it was his leadership today as much as anything else, listening to him in the huddles, listening to him on the floor and at halftime. That's where he's had a great growth. He really knows how to inspire the players in a positive way.
And last thing, Larry, I mean, he had a good first half. I think it was 9 points, but it seemed like there was some frustration there and maybe out of sorts. And did anything change for him in the second half that you noticed?
No, Larry and Al have battled, as you well know, mono, and it's a pretty tough virus. And I'm so proud that they didn't do what a lot of big-time athletes do and say, I don't want to play until I'm 100%. Those guys came out 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. No, they weren't a shadow of what they once were. And you know what? They're both coming back now, but I don't think they're 100%.
Coach, 2 really emotional games, and now you're going into one more. How do you feel like the guys are going to be physically, emotionally going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I think they're going to have a little bounce in their step. I mean, this is an opportunity that they want to seize. Neither came easy. They trailed. They had to come back. And their connectiveness is something that still excites me. So, we'll give it our best shot. I have no question that at 3 o'clock tomorrow, they'll have a pretty good try and they'll have pretty good focus.